Welcome back to a brand new video. Good morning, good afternoon, and today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite horror movies and one of my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacres. I watched this last night, and it just every time I watch this, it reminds me of how good it is, like how fantastic it is. This Texas Chainsaw Massacre is produced. It's co-produced or executive produced by Toby Hooper, and wow, what a film! Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this is the remake of the original, and I'm telling you, this is my opinion only. This Texas Chainsaw Massacre it's hard to say, but I kind of feel like it's maybe a little better than the original. Um, Again, the original's good, this remake is good. This remake came out in 2003, and I wish I got to see this in the theaters because of how awesome this Texas Chainsaw Massacre is. Um, the way I love the way they built the characters in this. I love the cinematography in this. I love the direction. I love the camera shots. Leatherface in this is a beast. Like my three favorite Leatherfaces are Gunnar Hansen, this guy who played Leatherface in this 2003 remake, forgot his name, and the guy who played him in 2013. Them are my only favorite Leatherface actors. And wow, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. What a film. And 2002, I feel like this captures the original. It captures the original while being its own thing. And to me, that's kind of hard to do because if y'all know, like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre had any to no blood. It had no blood in it. This hardly has any blood in it. Has hardly any gore in it. You know, like it amazes me that this Texas Chainsaw Massacre had hardly any blood in it, and it was still effective, still made you cringe in a lot of scenes. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this is like one of my favorites. This should have been redefining for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And really what I love, and Arlie I always pronounce that man's name wrong. I always do. But he plays in Full Metal Jacket. And I'm Arlie. I know that's his name. Arlie always get his last name wrong. I love his performance in this. I really love his performance in this. This is one of my favorite performances of him in a movie besides Full Metal Jacket. And I'm telling you, you need to check this Texas Chainsaw Massacre out. You have to check this out. And to the guy who plays Leatherface in this, he's a beast. You know, I would have to put him up there with Gunnar Hansen. Like, I really, really do. You know, he's like, he has that, like, style of the way Gunnar Hansen did Leatherface. That's kind of what this guy brought to the table with his own twist to it. And I love that. And two, this Texas Chainsaw Massacre captures the essence of the original while being its own thing. And it's hard to say, is the original better? Is this remake better? Because they're so similar and so different and so likable. Now, which one do I? It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, I usually watch the remake a little bit more than the original. And that's me. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, this is one of my favorite horror movies, and this should have been redefining movie for horror, and it was not. This was a one-off. We did get a prequel to this, but a prequel don't count. This was a one-off. There wasn't a part two. There wasn't a part three. And that's something that I love about this film. It realized that you can't really milk the character Leatherface anymore. And really, what is there to do in a sequel besides to go crazy like they did in the original sequel? So I think that was smart for them to do a one-off and not have a sequel in 2004, not have a sequel in 2009. They played it smart with giving this film giving this film a one-off. And wow, it paid off. And I wish this film was more recognized. I wish it was more redefining because this was a one-off. Number one, it didn't have a sequel. It didn't have three films. It wasn't a trilogy. It was just one film, one amazing film, if I do say so myself. And I'm not being biased, but this legit was one of my favorite. This was one of my first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. This really was. And my only three Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies are the original. I like the original. I love the original. I like this remake right here. Boom. And I know some people don't like it. They humanized him. I know, but there were some good parts about it. You can't deny that. The 2013 Leatherface and the new Leatherface that we just recently got. I'm growing to love that one. But them are the only Leatherface movies that I really like. I don't like any other ones. That's my opinion. I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. It was just too corny for me, too funny for me. I want my Leatherface like this. I want my Leatherface like this. And I'm saying too, look, Leatherface in this, he's brutal, he's ferocious, he's a beast, and he's smart. I love the one of the scenes I love is when they're kind of playing cat and mouse, and the girl is in the locker, and Hugh Leatherface turn it off. He's so smart in this, and I love the scene. At the end of very end of the film, the camera zooms into his face, and you see how angry this man is. Like Leatherface is pissed off. At the end of it, he just lost his arm. This girl got away. He is pissed AF. He really is. He really is pissed the hell off. He really is. And it's just, this is one of those films I never get bored of. I was watching it last night. I might even watch it again this week because it's one of those horror movies. Because I feel like if you even if you get into horror, you don't have to know anything about this character Leatherface. You can just watch this remake like the original, and get enjoyment out of it and be scared or laugh, whatever you do in a horror film. And two, this movie is so simple with not being simple, and I love that. And again, I can't express it enough. This is one of my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacres. This really got me into the whole Leatherface character because, and this is why I saw the original, because I watched this. I'm like, wow, I really want to check out the original now. And this is one of my favorite horror remakes, and I do have to compare this to the original. I have to compare it to it. There's not so many horror remakes that can capture the original and be successful with it. You know what I mean? I think Rob Zombie's Halloween tried to capture the original, but he failed. This just, on all cylinders, great acting, great writing, great scares, and nothing was forced. You know what I mean? I feel like the road trip scene, I forgot what Texas Chainsaw Massacre it was. It just felt kind of like a rehash. Like, we seen this, man. Let's get over it. Oh, I know which Texas Chainsaw Massacre it was. It was the prequel to this, which I will do a review on. Which I'm not gonna lie, as the years have gone on, I'm kind of disappointed in that prequel. But this right here is one of my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacres, one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and one of my favorite. It's one he and this is one of my favorite Leatherface incarnations. If they ever remake Leatherface again, and I have a great idea for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I was watching this about halfway through, and it clicked in my mind what I think a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie should be now. And me only if they, when they remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre, can we do a one-off again? And I feel like, in my opinion, Michael Myers, there's ways to give him sequels. Chucky, there's ways to give him sequels. Jason, there's ways to give him sequels to an extent. You know what I mean? Freddy, you can give him a many sequels that you want to an extent. Texas Chainsaw is one of those series, to me, you just need a one-off, cut it. You know what I mean? So if you're not seeing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake, go peep it, go check it out, because I'm telling you, this movie doesn't scare me, but again, it's one of those rare it's one of those rare films that still give me chills, still give me heebie-jeebies, and it's still one of those films that gets me thinking, gets my mind rolling. And again, not so many horror movies do that. They get me thinking, get my mind rolling. And you know what I mean when I say get your mind rolling when you watch horror movie, because this could really happen. Like, it really, really could. And to top that off, well, that's all I really have to say. Oh, I love this one scene, and it's a simple scene, and it kind of reminded me of the Hook scene from the original. So, and spoilers, this came out in 2003. This film, I'm 18 years old, and this film is almost old as me. But anyway, so in this scene, you got the girl. I think his name Kip. You got the girl, you got the man in this little room, and Leatherface is trying to kill the girl. He's got his foot on the girl's back. He's revving up the chainsaw. He picks up the dude, right? He doesn't hang him, but he puts his hands on his like chandelier like this, and he takes the chainsaw, revs it up, and in a real angry fashion, like saws him in half, like right here, like from right here, and you don't see any blood, you don't see any gore, you just see his face and Leatherface writing out and some blood on the chainsaw. You know what I mean? Like, that was such a awesome scene and an effective scene with no gore. And I really, really wish that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre really got more recognition. I wish this 2003 remake, will get more recognition. I wish it would get more love, and I wish studios would have took notes from this. And I wish New Line, their self, would have took notes from this, because yeah, I feel that's really what we need is Texas Chainsaw Massacre back at New Line. This right here, man. Go peep it. Go check it out. But I will end the video right now. I will end my little ramblings of how much I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Some of the best acting, I shall say, in a Texas Chainsaw. That's no joke. It's the best acting in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Leatherface is at his best in this. It's one of the best written Texas Chainsaw Massacres, and it really focuses on the family and Leatherface as well. It's hard to do, but yeah, go check Texas Chainsaw Massacre out 2003 remake. I want the Blu-ray. This is the DVD. So off topic. This is the DVD of it. I've been looking for the Blu-ray for years. So if you want to help me out, and if you ever see the Blu-ray, like on Amazon or somewhere like that, send me the link. Send me the link, please, because I really want the Blu-ray of this. And this is the DVD. I have the standard DVD of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the special edition DVD, as y'all see. And I got this, I think, at a yard sale or a pawn shop. Because sometimes I like to go to yard sales and pawn shops, try to find like rare DVDs and rare Blu-rays. And I love this artwork. Like, I don't know if the picture's gonna pick it up, but I love the artwork on this. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up, and I wish it came with these photos. It's so cool. And help me out also in the link. If someone can find me a brand new one of this collector's edition, because there's these like little photos that you can get in here. They're like the crime scene photos. It's really cool. But anyway, please go check out Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake. One of my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Have a great day, everybody. Go check this film out. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Please go check it out. I'm telling you, it's one of the best Texas Chainsaw Massacres, hands down.